Good day, frightened felons fleeing from the forest. I'm Unsilent, and we're back with more Final Fantasy IX. We last left you fleeing from the evil forest, and now we have moved on to the open world map. Now, if you've only played from Final Fantasy X onwards, something called an open world would be completely foreign to you. However, we're going to explore a little bit of that before we get back onto the plot. But first, we come to this place with a question mark. We're already here, and Gaia is asking where they are. Well, I don't know either, because it was only a question mark. But Zidane thinks this is the north gate between Alexandria and Burmecia. The Mist Continent, which is where we are now, has three main nations. Alexandria, which, Garnet's from, we were already there. Burmecia, which we will get to later. And Lindblum, which we will get to more quickly than Burmecia. And this is the North Gate, or Melda Arch, apparently. But you only ever refer to it as North Gate. So there's fresh footprints. You can sort of see it just around Garnet, and smoke rising, which you can definitely see in this. Well, it could be mist too. That flag, that's Alexandria's war banner. Kind of looks almost Soviet, really. Almost appropriate because I'm recording this on Inauguration Day. I mean, what? I'm not making any political commentary at all. Now, see, Steiner's one of the good ones, already thinking war crimes and taking war criminals to justice. Not gonna say anything political, But it looks like Zidane is done with the North Gate, but I'm not, because there are... Let's see if we can get to them. Yep. If we can get to these chests, we'll see what we've got. We've got eye drops, which I could probably use some myself. My eyes are quite dry, actually. And some potions. Or a potion, singular. Let's see if there's anything at the gate. Listen to the gate. I can hear people, and something that sounds like metal grinding. Sounds like soldiers getting ready for a battle. Very, Game of Thrones. So is anybody there? I like Zidane jumps because he can hear a voice before the voice really shows up on that voice. It's a chick. Oh my god. Apparently this wasn't in the original plans for Zidane to have him, be a sexy husky voice. For a lot of guys, that isn't a turn on. I mean, I can understand the appeal of it. Oh, what's her name? She was one of the prosecutors. Angie Harmon. Sexy voice. A deep voice, but sexy voice. Some guys do like women with a little deeper voice. I think it depends on who's paired with it, too. I think that helps, too. But... So what are you doing at a place like this? And she sells medicine. Must be tough. If you'd like, I can help. Oh, wait a minute. I'm with Princess Garnet. Debatable. Okay. I guess our options were to buy medicine, or just to bail on her. Because even though he's incredibly flirty, Zidane is a one-woman sort of girl, it would seem. Oh, and we've got a random battle. Not that it's ever been something that's disappeared from Final Fantasy. The world map is not playing well with my computer right now. It's a 17-year-old game. I mean, of course, why would it play nice with modern tech? Even when ported from Android and iOS. So don't I have a card of one of these things? We aren't going to do a lot of random battles on the Amu. Or is it a Mew? Couldn't steal anything. Oh, well, screw it. Just kill him. There's one. No. Crap. I should have had Vivi use some, magic. We'll make do with what we've got. Just light him up, Vivi. Oops. There we go. Yeah, I'm not going to do too many random battles in in the Let's Play, because there's lots and they bog it down quite a bit. So, like, important battles, like interesting battles, I might include, but for the most part, we're just gonna move through the game quickly, try and keep track with the story and the side quests. But for the most part, it's not going to be a lot of those, randomly occurring battles. Though in the Steam version, on the Steam controller, it's set up in this little paddle underneath my right hand, and you can see in the bottom right there, there's that, like, I don't know, no smoking thing there. I honestly don't know what quite that's supposed to be. It almost looks like it's a chocobo, but it shouldn't be, because chocobos help you avoid fights. But that, put that on, and now I have no random battles, and then I take it off, and I do have them. And now we've reached the Ice Cavern. So that is our next destination in the game. Although, this must be the cavern. I wanted to say that they said it was a cavern and oh, it's doing something weird in the last videos. What Stiltskin might have said, or one of the Mognet letters. What's up, Vivi? Have you ever heard of the Ice Cavern? Okay, I guess it is just the Ice Cavern. Sure, is this the place? I think so. It's supposed to be near the Evil Forest. Well, it is just a straight shot across from the Evil Forest, as we saw on the map the last video. It's supposed to be a beautiful place covered in ice. Well, I suppose if you're Canadian, beautiful and ice may go together. I don't know, I've had enough of winter already, but it is. Well, I guess when the video goes up, it'll be February. I'm pretty sure it'll be February when the video goes up. So we're getting close. We're only about 3 or 4 months away from the end of winter here in the middle of nowhere, Canada. I should say middle of nowhere. We're, like I said before, we're the big city around here, but it's also the only big city for like 3-hour drive, so almost 300 kilometers, or 180 miles, if you're American. Master Vivi's grandfather must be quite a scholar. Oh, I was talking past all the, talking past all the dialogue. My grandpa used to teach me lots of things, but he passed away. Oh, poor Vivi, and Steiner tripping over his own tongue there. Putting his foot in his mouth. As our intrepid heroes go inside the Ice Cavern. Ooh, that was well timed. Go Unsilent. So, oh, what a beautiful place. I wish they had updated the level art as much as they have the actual, like, the character models have been HD'd up and the text and whatnot. A lot of the level art just seems like, well, here's the original, here's what we originally had, and we're just going to stretch it out to fill the screen. It's a bit of a shame, really. Princess, please don't touch anything. Can we get moving? I'm freezing here. Well, you're the one wearing short sleeves. Now, can I jump up to... Yeah, I can. And there's a lot of randomly placed chests all over the place in this cavern. Now, can I jump up? Yep. Now, if memory serves, I'm going to trigger a battle right here. Because anytime you walk through the... it looks kind of like steam, but I'm pretty sure it's actually mist. And anytime you walk into the mist that's blowing through the cavern, you automatically trigger one of these fights. Although I don't know how it plays with the Black Magic Fire, because this is the Ice Cavern, so if anywhere this should work, it should be here. I doubt this is going to leave any of them alive. Oh, wow! I was expecting them all to be very HP switching. Oh, well, on the one hand, that thing is very dead. On the other hand, so is Steiner. Oh wait, no, it's not going to be very dead anymore because it switched HP. Well, balls. So, I didn't think that one through. It's a neat ability. Oh, that was clever. And a critical hit to to kill it, and now Vivi's gonna waste 6 HP, or 6 MP rather, and we don't need him to. Oh, Steiner's dead. Well, I don't think you have life on you yet. No. Well, that's wow, that wasn't the battle. All right, finish him. Finish him. Nope, never mind. Well, shit, if I figured that, we would have picked Steiner up off the ground. So we'll skip to Vivi, who'll... Oh man, we are not doing well in this fight. So Vivi's going to hit the Phoenix down first, and then Zidane's going to come in and finish off the fight right here. There we go. I love that death animation. It's just like, ah, no. Now we've got 3 of them up to level 3. Oh, we picked up a Flan card. Flans aren't as painful in this game as they were in 10. Because in 10, they were basically almost completely resistant. Wow, that was a good heal, actually. We'll be making use of that quite a bit. Because Flans in 10 were basically damn near completely resistant to physical attacks. Unless you had piercing, I think. At some point, I want to do Final Fantasy X as well. Actually, I want to do a lot of Final Fantasy, let's be perfectly honest. Now, I can get by there when the mist stops blowing, and I want to get by there because that's a fake wall. See, these little things you remember. Even though it's been forever since I played this game, I still do remember little bits and bobs about Final Fantasy IX. But yeah, I was saying I want to get... I want to get to playing... I want to do 8 and 10 at some point. If... I shouldn't say if. When the Final Fantasy XII remaster comes out on PC, I probably will get to doing that since I've never beaten that one, and I would imagine that one's reasonably old at this point. I did like the battle system in it, though. It was different. But, I mean, it wasn't like autopilot different like Final Fantasy XIII's battle system. I really didn't like 13's. 13 was not particularly interesting, and I'm not going to... Oh, I can go around. No, I can't. I'm going to have to do this battle. Well, I'm going to have to. You won't. Alright, so we're going to go around here. We're going to wait out that frost there, or frost mist, whichever. We'll pick up this chest here for a whole whopping potion. Well, at the very least, we can move on to the next part of the level, which is even more maze-like than the previous parts. So I think something along here is supposed to be a fake wall. Oh, maybe it's up here. Now that's... What's this? Well, we're about to find out. Zidane is always so surprised by things, even things he should see coming, kind of like, you know, Vivi being able to use fire. Now, the elixir. If you're not familiar with Final Fantasy items, I imagine you probably are, but still, the elixir is sort of a 100% heal of your HP and MP. You know, it's a nice thing to have, but at the same time, it's one of those things that, you know, I tend to stockpile and hoard because I only want to use it in the absolutely most critical of situations, because it is actually kind of important in that sense. And while you were away, Vivi learned fire. So, oh, and he received the Mage Masher, which is a new item for Zidane, I believe? Indeed. So when he's done... Oh, he can learn Flee on this one as well. All right, well, we'll just upgrade him then. Zidane, it's in here. It's important to keep Zidane kind of topped up with stuff he needs because... well, you don't have any accessories. Because he has to solo a boss fight later on. So you don't want him kind of going in underpowered. So the Mage Masher is kind of critical here. Alright. So let's move on. Since we've picked up everything we can along here, we'll move on to the next section of the cave. Or cavern. Apologies. Now, I don't remember if I have to stop altogether there, or if I could have run over to this chest anyway. Because it looks like it blows in the direction of crossing both of those forks in the road. It could be just curling down there, kind of like the other two look like they're doing. Now, let's see if I remember all the various tricks to this place. Because you don't want to miss anything. I mean, you could come back later and pick up things. But at the same time... Oh my. I don't remember there being a slide here. Or... Oh, I guess I would have seen that on the way in. I just didn't put two and two together. So we picked up a leather wrist. So what was I just saying about making sure that Zidane isn't... Well, we might want him to keep Fleagill for the moment, but that'll be important for him to upgrade to momentarily. But we'll also want to get that on Vivi because it also has Blizzard on it. So it might temporarily go on Zidane for the boss fight, but you want to get that back to Vivi because you want him to learn all his magic spells. I think we're getting pretty close to that boss. Yeah, we are getting very close to that boss fight because I remember this fork in the road. Now, off to the right there. Don't go straight there. If you're watching this for a walkthrough, what is wrong with you? This is not a walk. I am not a walkthrough channel. That is for damn sure. But this way is the way you want to go first, off to the left. Oh, that's right. The Moogle is... Huh, what's this? Well, geez, Zidane. What does it look like? I mean, besides a massive frame rate drop. Oh, poor Moogle. You bastards! I mean, you bastards Kupo. Oh, active time event. Oh, another Mogster lesson we're just going to skip through. Now, at a point along the way, we do actually meet Mogster, or at least see where Mogster is. But I don't think that's till closer to the end of the first disc. Now, we've got to do some delivery to Gumo. I can't remember who Gumo is, but I'm sure we stumble across him at some point. Now, before we go on to this next part here up to the right, I am going to actually take my own advice, and I am actually going to equip Zidane with the leather wrist. Now, he doesn't need Fleagill because you can't flee a boss fight. But always make sure he's equipped with your best stuff before you take that fork to the right. And then you can go and do his abilities. Beast Killer, I'm not sure if that actually helps us here. We don't... Protect Girls isn't going to help us. But what you should be mindful of is using Garnet's healing abilities here. And make sure that Zidane's healed up. Now, the one thing you could do, if you want to cheat just a little... Well, it's not really cheating. It's smart tactical work. Is if you want Zidane to have his trance gauge completely filled up going into the fight. See, it's one of those little dirty tricks that I used when I was playing this game way back in the day. Vivi, hurry up or you'll be left behind. You're a swell guy, Zidane. And... Oh no. Woo! Oh my, look at Steiner. He's frozen too. It's one of those things they say, what a drop. It's one of those things is if you kind of get all stiff, you get really tense when you're cold. Apparently that doesn't help. But, I mean, I could be wrong. I might be doing it wrong, but those guys are, hey, Rusty, move it or lose it. Surprised he didn't hurt his foot. Now Garnet goes down. And now we're just waiting on the last one to bite the dust. She's out cold being the operative word. I'm falling asleep. You've been asleep for about half that sentence, Zidane. But, it's interesting to go with the choice of asleep here. Seeing as, you know, passing out from cold might be a bit more appropriate than, sleep. But, I've never been so... That's not my frame rate tanking. He really is just turning around. And it's all... He's going this slowly with the text. So I was saying, it doesn't hurt to have trance going into this fight. I don't. I probably will at some point in the fight. I also think I should have picked up more potions now that I think about it. Why didn't you fall asleep? Well, he did. This is Black Waltz number 1. This is Queen Brahne's super secret plan that we saw her refer to in an earlier video. You should be dead by now. Hypothermia is a bitch. I just learned what hypothermia does to you and why it's so dangerous. I just can't remember why. Are you the one causing this blizzard? Hee hee hee. That's right. Oh, no more lines for me to badly voice act. Amateurishly. So, boss fight time. It's Black Waltz number 1. Which sounds more like a wrestling name. I don't think they really did much with his character model here, but... Come before me. Oh, I probably missed the line before that. Come before me. Haha. Go, Sealion. It's an interesting sea lion. Let's start by... Oh, wait. We want to steal an ether. No, there's something good that one of these two had. I can't remember what it is. Now, the trick is you want to get rid of Black Waltz 1 first. And you want to keep yourself pretty well healed up, because they do have... Their early attacks don't do a lot. Stole a remedy. Remedies are good. I want to say that these guys have something good to steal from, though. It's just a matter of figuring out what it is. I'll know it when I see it. Black Waltz 1. Now, he isn't... Like, in terms of damage, he isn't the one you have to worry about. It really is the sea lion. But the problem is... Oh, I gotta heal after this turn. Couldn't steal anything, so it's gotta be the sea lion. Yeah, I'm gonna have to heal after this turn. Or on this turn. Black Waltz 1 is the one you have to worry about in terms of damage. The problem with Black Waltz 1 is that he uses Blizzard to heal up the sea lion. So you've got to be careful, because if you try damaging the sea lion without taking care of the Black Waltz first, he's just going to... And, like, it does 16 damage to us, but it basically more than heals your damage when he does Blizzard onto the sea lion. Mithril Dagger, that's what I was looking for. Mithril. Now we can go to town on the Black Waltz. I knew it was something good. So the Black Waltz is the one you want to focus down first. I learned this the hard way many, many moons ago. A younger Unsilent tried this and failed miserably until he realized, well, shit, I better take out the damned mage. Whoa, that was a good first strike. But I gotta heal up after this so I can't pounce on it. Yeah. Also, tagging Sea Lion, if memory serves, you think that's a painful hit. You get, he's got something more powerful up his sleeve, so you don't want to go below 100 once you start attacking the Sea Lion, something fierce. I am doing this like it's a walkthrough, though. I find that mildly amusing, considering I said, you know, I'm not here to do walkthroughs, I'm not here to do a guide, and yet here I am doing walkthroughs and doing a guide. I'm almost ready to trance at this point, which will be good. Sea Lion, get him for me. Alright, so it's 1-on-1 with the Sea One. Now, before I go in on him, I'm gonna heal up, make sure I'm at full health, because I'm just about ready to trance, so that should actually help me finish off this fight reasonably quickly. But, I think Wing does a little better job. Let's wait until the damage hits in, and there we go. Now we're good. Now you've done it. Now, Dine, you gain new Dine abilities. You're the only one, Zidane's the only one in the game that is able to learn new trance abilities. And that's because Ooh. Tidal Flame. Now we're going to expect a retribution with Tsunami. And this will hit us for 72 damage. So we can take one more of those. No, we can't. Oh, do I dare risk it? I'm not going to dare risk it because I've got one more. I've got one more go with Trance after this. Because he got 2 attacks in between mine. So, but I've got one more go with Trance. Like I was saying, Zidane's the only one that can learn new abilities under Trance, because the abilities he learns under his abilities, is it ability for him? There we go. GG. Under that, whatever the Dyne replaces on when Zidane's in Trance, when you learn new abilities under that menu item in your attack thing, that allows you to have new abilities to use when you're actually in Trance. So that's how Zidane actually learns new abilities as he goes along. So we pick up 300 plus skill, a high potion, and a Phoenix down. You defeated number 1, but number 2 and number 3 will reclaim the princess. Who's there? Oh, whatever. Somebody making not too vague threats on me. Well, I can't be arsed. And we slowly pan up to see. Zorn and Thorn are here, overseeing operations. But meanwhile, having thawed out rather quickly, the rest of Team... You know what? I've never actually thought of a team name for this bunch. Because everyone's got a different job class. You've got your Black Mage. You've got your... Well, for now, Garnet's just a White Mage. Your Knight and your Rogue. So it's your Team Classical Final Fantasy. Or Team Classic Final Fantasy. Oh, Did the Steiner think that Zidane's last name is... No political commentary! I won't finish that thought the way that everyone else is thinking of finishing that thought. It was just locker room talk, or so 304 Electoral College, or 306 Electoral College members were inclined to say. Steiner, you said nothing happened. Why are you being so rude? My apologies, Princess. I'm glad everyone is safe. Shall we move on? Is something bothering you? No, it's nothing. Just, superpowered black mage summoning some dangerous creature. I think there might be something down here for us to... No, never mind. I'm wrong. I do apologize. Wasted your time a little bit. No, just a super powerful black mage trying to kill us all and kidnap you. Well, kidnap's a relative term, I suppose, since she was already kidnapped once. And I guess it's a certain point of view that determines whether she's re-kidnapped or unkidnapped. So we'll just make our way to the top of the Ice Cavern and out the door to go above the mist. So you go out the door, and that will not quite wrap up this video. I suppose we should do this scene first. We made it through the mist. Oh, Vivi. Don't you just love him? Oh, the sun feels great. Look, there's a village. And that's where we'll go in the next video. I think I've been there before. It sounds like you've been everywhere, Zidane. The only other worlds I visited are in books. You may have been to that village. Let's go visit. Wait, hold it. You're a princess, you can't just go rushing in there. People are looking for you. You need a new identity. Oh, wow, we've reached this point already? Whoa. Nope, he doesn't fall off. Besides, we're heading back to the castle. You leave her alone. And you will address her as a princess from now on, you silly peasant. Damn it, Rusty. Why don't you just shut up? Who do you think you are? I don't take orders from a stuck-up jerk like... Aw, Vivi playing peacemaker. And Garnet's and need a new name. Zidane, what is this called? That is a dagger. All knives of that length are called daggers. I'm sure that's probably not technically true, but I'm not a weapons expert. So this is called a dagger. It's a weapon, please be careful. Have you seen what shit we've been up against? Rusty. Her name is... This is a dagger. From now on, I shall be Broadsword. No, she wants to call herself Dagger, and we're going to stick to the default names. And is that okay with you? What do you do if you say no? I mean, honestly. Let's work on your speech. Try to sound more casual, like me. I shall try. No. What would Vivi say? Just say, alrighty. I was hoping for Oakley Dokley myself. Poor Steiner. Well, let's go. I-ho, it's off to the village we go. More copyright for me to violate. Well, it's more of a parody, really. We'll be fine. But that's not until the next episode of Final Fantasy IX. So thanks very much for joining me as we continue this journey through old games, this time with Final Fantasy IX. Where are we off to next? Well, we just came out of the Ice Cavern and... oh, it's North Gate. Oh, it's not marked on my map. Oh, well, we'll just have to wander aimlessly until we get there in the next video. But if you want to see that next video, subscribe and you'll get the next video popping into your sub box. You can also like the video if you liked it. You can subscribe, like I said, share it on social media, follow on social media. The social media handle is Unsilent on Air. But until the next time, I'm Unsilent. Thanks very much for joining me. Like, share, subscribe, and we will see you next time.